out of this COVID. But they definitely have their bright spots that they can, shine on in the campaign season. But I don't know. I don't know because it's going to be you're going to have these Republicans just like every little thing that the administration does, they're going to be coming out and calling it out. So it's if anything, it's going to be entertaining. But hopefully they get some work done because, God, economically, you know, fiscally with the government of Guam, this is really just the beginning. I mean, we're just trying right now. The focus is let's just stay alive, right? That's pretty much the focus. I mean, that's why, I mean, whether or not you agree, that's the motivation that the administration has for these decisions and these restrictions that we're living under. Is if you ask them, they're just going to say, we're trying to do what we can do to keep you guys alive.
Right, but I think at the same time, we need to think also further ahead, and what we're going to do for our economy, what we're going to do if Congress doesn't pass another sort of
Oh my
stimulus
God.
package
Right.
for the people of Guam.
I'm just tired
What are
out.
we going to do
Right.
for our tourism industry? You know, and that's the one thing we have not heard really
Exactly.
about.
And I mean, I'm not even defending them. I'm not saying that, oh, well, they're trying to keep us alive, so let them slide. I'm just saying that they're trying to keep us alive, but that doesn't mean that they couldn't be working on all these other facets of what should be a recovery plan. And we hear from these people in these different groups, whether it's the Economic Recovery Panel of Whoojamacallits or whatever they're calling the thing. We hear that, oh, they don't meet. I mean, there was one point where we had talked to people who were on that economic panel of recovery advisors, and they hadn't met in like 2 months or something.
Yeah.
And then when we started asking questions about it, oh, lo and behold, they met that week. So yeah, I mean, it's clear that a certain part of the government of Guam is just devoted, like I said, to just the response to the coronavirus and trying to come up and enforce policies that are supposed to keep us safe per se. But there's a lot of people who, I don't know, looks like they ain't doing anything. So what are these people doing? They should be planning on the recovery. And, that being said, we're going to go ahead and fold in Vince Salas here, who is with the safety committee for the Guam Contractors Association, and also with LMS. And Vince, we're going to bring him up here, and we talk about a plan. So this plan that GHRA has come up with, it's basically a big testing plan to reopen businesses, to keep them open. I just think they deserve props because we haven't seen that type of plan from the government of Guam, and I understand it's unprecedented, right? But it kind of seems like, I mean, what's that saying? Changing horses in midstream. We're changing horses before we even get in the river. I mean, they were like, we're going to do a rapid engagement team. This is what's going to work. They deploy them, twice. And then it's like, okay, we're not going to do that. We're going to do mass testing. So they do mass testing. And it's like, oh, no one showed up. So now we're not going to do that. And like we said, it just seems like there's a lot of people who aren't doing anything, who aren't coming up with any plans. But we don't know because they aren't saying anything. And so here you have the private sector, I feel, doing the government of Guam's job and coming up with a plan where there is none. And so let's go ahead and bring Vince on here. Vince, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Viva Santa Maria.
It's Tuesday.
It is,
It's Tuesday.
all day.
That's another Tuesday.
Yep.
Yeah, so they're listening. I really feel that the program is long overdue, and we're bringing it in now, but it's still a plan that we can move forward with, and to get the businesses open, get the commerce going again, get people back out. For me, I would be relieved to see a business that's participating in this program, that has a plan, to show us that, hey, we're doing something to relieve ourselves and provide relief for the community as a whole, for the island as a whole. If we could bring those numbers down and sustain that and provide continual testing, we would all have a better peace of mind, sleep better. One life is too much. We're already over the 112, 13. And for this rapid response team to go out and get the private businesses going, get commerce going, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea moving forward, even with vaccines coming down. We don't know how long that's going to take, but if we can sustain our economy until then, so we can provide even funding for the years to follow, we would be better prepared.
Let's just walk it back, Vincent, and talk about that moment when LMS and the Contractors Association decided to jump on board with this plan.
When did I decide to jump on board?
Yeah. And
Oh,
why? And why?
So during our regular safety committee meetings, the GHRA jumped in and provided the plan, provided the presentation that you've seen, and that was exciting. When I saw that, I thought this was going to be a great opportunity. This was about maybe 2 weeks ago, and it was something that was really right up my alley. And to being a pandemic coordinator for a previous employer, being the current contingency manager for LMS, this was something that I feel that would benefit not just my company, my employer, but everybody as a whole.
Is this the first time that you were presented a plan this comprehensive?
This comprehensive, yes, and to be included in it, it's a great honor and privilege, yes. Mm-hmm. So it's something that I haven't heard of, even in the stateside. I know California is probably doing something, but for the most part, everybody is still being wary of the masks and wary of the pandemic. And there's no light in the horizon for a lot of people. But here we are in Guam and leading the way.
Right, yeah. And, when we talk about a lack of a plan from the government of Guam, it seems like in a lot of ways, and, we talk to Mary Rhodes a lot, and when we talk about businesses reopening, some businesses, I mean, to be fair, do nothing more than kind of harp on the conditions that we're under, but other ones know that they got to come up with the industry specific plan to open and follow all the protocols. And so I know Mary's really involved with getting businesses to kind of turn the corner on some of those things that they need to do. And so I think this was I think it's proactive, you know what I mean? And it's going to get done regardless of whether or not they get the CARES Act funds. But I mean, if we're sitting on this CARES Act money and we can use that money to implement this plan and to reach as many businesses as we can, because I mean, let's be honest, some businesses aren't in a position to self-pay into this plan. Mm-hmm. I think it just makes sense. Vince?
Absolutely. But at the same time, it's not just businesses, but individuals that become complacent in this unprecedented time. So if we provide this rapid response testing, if we continually do so week after week or month after month, it'll at least give us a foundation of what to do next and how to better prepare ourselves for our businesses to stay open. For me, it's to show that we're doing something, even if it's self-pay. I understand that some businesses won't be able to afford some of this, but if we do get the CARES Act money, then more so the reason why we should push forward with this and sustain ourselves. I think there's an opportunity for businesses to collaborate and help each other as a community, like we are on Guam. We're family oriented, so we help each other. And if it proves itself to actually improve the pandemic response, then I'm sure that the collaborative effort with the businesses, you'll see that occur. So.
We actually, if you guys pop up on the Facebook live feed here, Jason's actually showing some of the slides that we had from the presentation on Friday with the Guam Contractors Association. James Martinez, of course, Mary Rhodes was on, and Dr. Hoa Wen of AMC Clinic. So let's just talk your industry, right? LMS. I know you guys do landscaping. I mean, that's not even an accurate description. But how would this plan help a business like yours stay open and keep working?
Well, actually, the LMS is not just in landscaping. We are in construction now. Yeah. So that's part of the reason why I'm on board with this. I'm actually the construction safety manager, and dealing with what's been going on recently with the outbreaks that we've seen. This is primarily the reason why I'm on board and trying to move as fast as I can to get this going, is to maintain and to maintain the reliability of the company that we're doing the right thing. We have our pandemic response plan that we're following. We have our employees that we educate all the time. It's just that sometimes when you shove things down people's throats so often, they just throw their hands up in the air and say, okay, look, I'm tired of hearing it. But if we come up with something new and something better that we can get these masks off and get things back to normal, I think it's the sooner the better, and get the relief out there, not just for our employees, but the community.
So I know that they're going to present this plan in full at the GHRA general membership meeting. I want to say Thursday. What do you?
Yeah, this is good.
Right.
It's
And
Thursday.
we're going to stream that.
Yes, we are. So they're presenting the plan Thursday during the general membership meeting at 10:30. They're going to be live streaming it, which we will also share. The guest speakers: Dr. Ho Win from American Medical Clinic, Erica Masuda Alford, Dr. Erica Alford, again from AMC, Non Tran, the Advent Pacific Technologies, and Julie Bowie from 360 Clinic. So that presentation again will be held Thursday, beginning at 10:30 in the morning.
I know that this is kind of gonna be the official unveiling of the plan, even though it was, we kind of got dibs on it here on the link on Friday. But Vince, I know, member organizations are talking about this. What's the buzz with some of your family under the GHRA umbrella?
I'll tell you what, everyone's excited about it. They're wondering what the testing entails. Is it going to hurt? Kind of with the swab of the nose, but that's not how we do it. It's just a little prick on the finger testing that takes only 10 minutes to find out. In fact, if you are active with the virus, and instead of days or even a week sometimes. So having a result come out within 10 minutes, you can't beat that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, family and friends are really excited. Of course, the company is as well. They support me 100% with this. So the better we can be the lead on this, or the sooner that we could be the lead on this for the industry, the better everybody else would understand that this is actually going to work.
And I think what is really good about the plan is the fact that it's not just the private sector, but it is a public-private partnership, and public health has been engaged in the dialogue with this plan. And then you have the 360 right clinic, and you have the partner clinic with AMC, and so you also have the contact tracing software. So these rapid tests, it's not just like a one and done with an employee, right? It's a continual, how would you say? They would be tested once and then they'd be tested again just to track.
Correct. 100% the first time around, then you go back and do the follow-up testing every other week, just with the sample size of 10 to 15%. You're right, and AMC, Dr. Nguyen and Mary, leading the way on this one. I can't thank them enough to do something different, to give us an opportunity to make a change with what's going on with this pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
Every day you read the news, of course, it's a little, you get a little depressed about, well, okay, so we have to stay in this before one situation until the end of the year. And like, when can we ever find some relief? When we can go back and see our families? And when can we be together again? So I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to actually get this thing on the road, per se, and make something happen with it.
Yes.
Especially with this platform. This platform is really good. Putting all the data in there. I'm a statistic person myself, and I love data. And if I could show you that my results are better than the mass as far as keeping my infection rate, I would say, under the 5-point system, then please allow me to stay open, allow my business to continue on, and come and inspect me, give me an assessment. I'll show you, then I'll prove to you that we're doing things right. And I think that's part of what's not fair right now with businesses, is that they're not getting the opportunity to show that, hey, I'm doing something about this. Keep me open. Allow me to pursue my business vision and stay open. this has gone on far too long, and we've lost a lot of good businesses already. So.
Right. Well, thank you, Vince, for coming on. Was there any final comments you wanted to make about the Nahomlu Islata program plan?
I honestly feel that with the software, I just want everybody to accept what we're doing and to make a change. Allow us to go out there and at least pilot this to show you that we can sustain our community, open up commerce again. And I want everybody to educate themselves on it so they can jump on a bandwagon and we can all go back to a normal lifestyle.
Vince, thank you. Appreciate your
Thank you,
time.
guys.
And let us know if there's anything else you want to fold in after the presentation of the general membership meeting.
I appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Right.
There you
Thank
go. Vince Salas, LMS, and of course with the Safety Committee of the Guam Contractors Association. Safety, a big part of that plan, and we'll be giving you more on it in the coming days.
Right. And as Chris mentioned, last week, Friday, we did have Mary Rhodes on our show. She's with the Guam Hotel and Restaurant Association. They unveiled a plan for rapid testing of employees that could pave the way for further easing of business restrictions and help contain the virus. So the actual presentation to GHRA and membership and anybody else that wants to see this plan, they're going to be live streaming their meeting, which we will share on our Facebook page at 10:30 in the morning this Thursday.
All right.